Okay, hi. I'd like to start this video by saying I am obsessed with Pretty Little Liars and I probably watch way too much of it for my own good and I obsess over it like 24/7. So take that as you will. Anyways, this is my theory on Allison, and I know I'm gonna miss some things that I want to say because it's so crazy and in depth, but I'm gonna try and cover all the main bases here for you. So, all right, I'll get started here. All right. First of all, I think that the sanitarium car in the Halloween episode belongs to none other than Jenna. And I think that Jenna is kind of crazy because you can kind of see that in the show. One second she's really sweet, she seems like she's on their side almost, and the next she's like crazy, especially when she's not in front of them, like when she's with Garrett or something. Obviously she's like nutso, okay? So I think she's like legitimately just like insane, and I think she was at Radley's sanitarium before she came and started living with Toby and his family. And that's why in the Halloween episode when Emily sees Toby, she says like, what's she like or whatever, and Toby's like, she gets what she wants. I think that's a mental problem. I think she literally gets what she wants, like that's like she has to, she's crazy like that. Okay. I think that while she was in the sanitarium, she became good friends with the real Allison. And yes, this is a book reference, and I know some of you are going to be like, the books. But honestly, I think they're going to do this. I think that it's a little different than the book, so just hear me out, okay? I think that Jenna knew the real Allison at the sanitarium. I think they became really good friends. And I think the real Allison told Jenna how Courtney is pretending to be her. So I think that the girl who's friends with the Pretty Little Liars all this time, like forever since she's known them, has been Courtney all along pretending to be Allison. And I think the real Allison tells Jenna that at Radley, and Jenna already has it out for her since the beginning. She's like, wow, this girl's nuts, and that's like so screwed up, you know, okay, whatever. And that makes sense because in the Halloween episode, in the Halloween store, when Allison, quote-unquote, who's actually Courtney, introduces herself to Jenna and says, by the way, I'm Allison, Jenna kind of gives her a knowing, mischievous grin and says, I know. And I think that is just her way of saying, yeah, I know, whatever. I know your whole story. That's such bull. Anyway, so that makes sense in that case. Also, Mona obviously hates Allison just because Allison, who she thinks is Allison, but it's really Courtney. I think she hated her all along, and she was the original, if you will, because of the fact that she hated Allison for hating her. And notice how in the Halloween episode, the threatening messages that Courtney, as Allison, receives are not signed A until the very last one, after Mona and Jenna have met up. So I think Jenna informs Mona of the twin, informs her of all that, and they realize, okay, we can screw with her real bad this way. So I think that that's also, Courtney is freaked out at the end, especially because she sees the A and she thinks, crap, either my twin's back here and she's like, I'm in real trouble now, or somebody else knows that we switched, and that's just not okay either. Alright, fast forward a little bit. Jenna gets blinded, right? Alright, that just fuels her fire more. Of course she hates this Courtney girl. Especially hates her, okay? Alright, and then flash forward even a little bit further to the night Allison disappeared, or Allison as we'll call her even though it's Courtney. To the night she disappeared, she goes up to in Jenna's hospital room, and she shows her the videos of her and Toby as blackmail, and she says, I won't show these videos to anyone if you can keep our secret. Well, I think by that point Courtney has figured out that Jenna knows, and the secret, of course, is keep the secret of me being Courtney, not Allison. Keep the secret of the fact that me and my twin have switched. And Jenna, agrees reluctantly. Well, that same day, Garrett checks her out of the hospital because I think they've decided, okay, this is it. We're going in, we're killing this girl because she's crazy and I hate her. Okay, and she's blackmailing us and this is wrong. So anyways, they decide then and there that they are going to kill her. So they get all ready. They're going to kill Courtney. But lo and behold, somehow the real Allison happens to be home that weekend, and they kill the real Allison by accident. That's what I think. They kill the real Allison, the one that Jenna was friends with at Radley, but they think, and they still think, that they killed the right one. They think they killed Courtney. Well, here's the thing. Courtney realizes, because she's a clever little one, she realizes all this is going down, okay? She knows that she's like, oh crap, they killed who they thought was me. Alright, so now she has to pretend, once again, that she's the real Allison. So she can't come back. She has to pretend like she's still out of the spotlight, you know. She can't just come back and unravel all this craziness while the murder investigation and all that nonsense is going on. So she has to pretend that she's the real Allison from Radley. And she has to go along with the A group. She has to pretend to Mona and Jenna and them that, yeah, I'm the real Allison, a good job killing Courtney and everything, you know, I hate those Pretty Little Liars as much as you do, let's make them suffer. Okay, so she, like, gets all that, right? And she's helping, of course, she can help with the secret thing, and she can help, giving away all their secrets because she knows them, because she's their friend. So, but when it really counts, I think she's also the one. She has to pretend for her own safety in front of these A people that she is the real Allison. The real Allison, meaning the one that hates the girls. But I think when it comes down to it, that she's the one who's alive, and she's the one who's helping. She's the one who pushed, like, saving the girl. She's the one who pushed Ian off the bell tower before he killed Spencer. She's the one who visited Hannah in the hospital to make sure she was okay. She's the one who pulled Emily out of the barn before she died. And I think that's her way of kind of like, she's going along with the A group to save her own skin. She can't reveal to them because they'll just kill her if they found out that she was actually the Allison from not Radley. So she goes along with them. But when it comes down to the nitty gritty, when it comes down to, like, it's going to result in life or death for her friends, she steps in and she saves them one way or another. And that's how I think it's just, like, happening there. And I think she's just, yeah, so of course she knows who he is. So whenever they ask, like, don't you know who he is? Yeah, I do. Of course she does, because she's been with him all this time. But it's not safe for her to say, because then she'd screw herself over. And she's number one, no matter what, Courtney/Allison, she's out for herself above all others. So of course she's going to save her own skin. Okay? And so that's what I think that's going at here. I think that I think that Melissa knows about the twins. I don't know how she plays into all this yet, but I think she definitely knows. Obviously, Mona knows. Jenna knows. I think Ian knew. Jason knows, obviously. And I think Spencer's parents know, I think, actually. Yeah. So, and Garrett. I don't know if I said Garrett already, but he knows too, I think. And so that's that. I know I'm forgetting stuff because I always do, but those are the main points. Yeah, so I think, you know, Courtney pretending to be Allison is the one who's alive, but kind of different than the books, because I think she really is their friend and that she's saving them. It's kind of, yeah, so, yeah, okay. Alright. Okay, yeah, I think that's it. So yeah, when you see Mona in the crazy room, like, having the Queen of Hearts, and seeing Allison in the corner, of course she thinks it's the real Allison, and she thinks that she's avenging all those years of Courtney torturing her by befriending and impressing the Allison who is still very much alive. So that's that. Yeah, if I miss anything, I'll write it in the comments beneath or whatever. And just let me know what you think, and let me know if that's, like, on track at all, if you think that could possibly be it. So, alright, this is a long video, but thank you for watching it, and alright, long live Pretty Little Liars, because it's my favorite show ever. Alright, see ya.